Beautiful afternoon. Cynthia here. I'm so very grateful. Once upon a time, in a life before the mountaintop in southeastern Kentucky, in a life before the alpaca farm in Middle Tennessee, I was a middle school English language arts teacher in New England. And I believe it was my first year teaching. I had a very quiet, very talented young woman in my homeroom and in my English language arts class. And after I moved here to southeastern Kentucky, the divine arrangement was that she found me. Mind you, I left. If she was in my first class, this was last century, okay? And yeah, I went to Middle Tennessee in 2008, but yeah, I was teaching in the 1990s. And she reached out and she had a manuscript, part of a manuscript, and she wanted me to look at it. It's like, oh yeah, I love this child's writing. She wasn't a child anymore, she was a mom. And she was taking family history. And I was just, hello. I'm talking about this book, Daughters of Shandong by Eve J. Chung. Eve reached out to me before this was published, when I saw the beginning of it, and I was just enraptured. And she writes so beautifully. It didn't need editing. I made comments throughout anyway, even though she didn't ask for any. And one of the reviews here was Eve J. Chung takes personal family history and spins it into pure gold, and she really did. And this was, when was this? Boop, boop, boop. It was within the last 4 years, so probably 2 years ago by the time it got published. 2024, 2 years ago, pretty good. And I remember it's probably been a bestseller. It was definitely up on in Times Square on the billboards. I was so excited to see those ads. And 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 she inscribed it. I haven't opened the other one yet. This one is to Cynthia with gratitude for your wisdom, kindness, and encouragement. Thank you for being my most important teacher. And she signed it Eve J. Chung, and she put her Chinese name stamp there. And yeah, this was just a treasure. And so now she has another book, and it's coming out. I think it's out now. It's yeah, just out. So we haven't opened it yet. It came in the mail today. And we who like to reuse stuff, we're not ripping that. We're sneaking in the back end so that we can. It's just as big, it's just as heavy. Oh, oh, yeah. The Young Will Remember. I love this cover. The Young Will Remember by Eve J. Chung. Praise for the Young Will Remember. I haven't seen an advance copy. This is the first copy I've seen. A sweeping tale of female resiliency and strength. Okay, great. If this is for kids, I love strong female protagonists. A searing portrait of wars, moral failures, and the undying power of a mother's love. While countless narratives chart the experiences of men in war, Chung gives voice to the women who bear the violence, hold families together, and record the truths men want forgotten. Thank you. The Leeds lad. Hi, the Leeds lad. Are you like over in Scotland or something? That sounds like, yeah, Ireland, Scotland, the Leeds lad. Where are you? And yeah, so I'm so excited. 1950, it's the coldest winter in decades, and 28-year-old Chinese American journalist Ellie Chang is on a military flight to cover a battle in the mountains of North Korea when her plane is shot down. You're in the UK. Okay, England. All right. The Leeds, the Hall. Yeah. Short. We knew you were across the pond. Give us that. Yeah, how are you today? What are you grateful for? Do you read? I don't read as much as I used to. I consume audiobooks these days. I don't have the I don't know, I got to read a lot yesterday. I was sitting bedside by somebody, and you're good, I'm glad to hear it. Um um I was sitting bedside by somebody and had small uh, things to read, and it was beautiful. But this is, this just came in the mail. So, as she emerges from the fallen aircraft onto an icy field surrounded by the enemy, Ellie is sure it's the end, certain she'll never make it home to her parents until a woman pushes her way through the crowd and claims Ellie as the lost daughter that she's been searching for since the last war ended. Never mind that Ellie doesn't speak a word of Korean. Ellie is taken in by her rescuer, a woman who calls herself Emma, and the Packs, a pastor's family. She knows she can't stay, and yet there's no way she'll survive on her own. And this is, I'm talking about The Young Will Remember, a novel by Eve J. Chung. It's just coming out now. You can get it on Amazon, I'm sure. And her other title is Daughters of Shandong, came out. This is a historical fiction, and it's magical. Thank you. We have 2 thumbs up. Eve Chung, yeah. Usually I credit the thumbs up to the critters. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. Yeah, no, she's a magical, marvelous, amazing writer. Yeah, it's on Amazon, and who published it? Let's see, Berkeley, New York, and she signed it. She's got a cool stamp. Oh, beautiful. For the women's human rights defenders all over the world, thank you for refusing to stand down, for refusing to shut up, and for refusing to surrender. And as always, for my children, my Chinese, Korean, American children, who have shown me what it means to love like a mom. I would not have been able to write this book without that gift. Yes, please do. Eve J. Chong. Hello, Junior Garza. How are you? You're back. Do you read? We're talking about books today. I used to be a middle school English language arts teacher a lifetime ago, or maybe 2 lifetimes ago, but yeah. And these are products of a student who came into my world last century. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're good. And I'm not giving you a lecture on good as an adjective, well as an adverb. And yeah. Anyways, 4 thumbs up. Look at that. All that without critters. And yeah, even the cat's not here anymore. I'm starting to feel like the mosquitoes are starting to chew on my, okay, on my legs. Let's see what I haven't shared with you. Um, mm, to Cynthia, with gratitude for your teaching. I'm just so very grateful. Yeah, if you ever had a favorite teacher, let them know. Let them know, because wow, it does body good. So this is the Korean Peninsula circa 1950, and the story is going to take you through here. And it shows the Army of North Korea, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, the Korean People's Army, the KPA. It's assisted by the People's Republic of China's People's Volunteer Army, the PVA, and supported by the Soviet Union. Come on, you need to go. I'm very lucky I'm at this channel. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate your stopping by. Come back again. Subscribe. Tell your friends. I love you. I don't usually talk about books. It's animals. I'm walking around in nature now. Yeah, thank you. And then the Army of the South Korea, the Republic of Korea, the Republic of Korea Army, ROKA, ROKA, is assisted by the United Nations Command, the UNC, led by the United States of America. Okay, I'll stay for chapter 1. It's short. Touchdown. August 12th, 2019. Soul is unrecognizable. I press my forehead against the plane's window, my breath fogging the view of this flamboyant metropolis. It is silver, with bridges that leap over rivers and roads that whip into mountains, claiming a horizon that was once viridescent. A few years ago, NASA shared an image of the Korean Peninsula from space, its southern flag, its southern half flaring with light, while the north lay engulfed in darkness. Though I have seen that iconic photo, I am still unprepared to be here. My son's fingers, bye, graze my hand. Are you okay, Mom? Oh, we have 5 thumbs up. Look at that. A deluge of emotions converge within me, and I cannot tell what I feel, only that is overwhelming. Do you want some water? He asks, raising his voice and enunciating each word. Water? This is our first plane ride together, and he believes that he is my chaperone. Though he has his own years mapped in the wrinkles across his face, I don't want to speak until I am steady. Children get upset when they see their parents cry, no matter how old they are. I wait for the ache in my throat to go away, but the immensity of everything that I've never told him hardens that knot. While I've known my son for his whole life, he has only known me for only part of mine. He tells people that I am terrified of flying, but 70 years ago I was traipsing around airfields with my typewriter tucked under my arm, begging pilots to take me to the front lines. Back then, I was a correspondent for the Global Tribune. I have seen Seoul from the sky at least 100 times. I don't talk much about the war, but since then I have tried my best to live well. The fear of disappointing her has held me hostage. A tone dings as the fasten seatbelt sign comes on. Mom? My son shakes my arm with urgency. We are about to touch down. So, for the one person who's still here, thank you for staying. And if you're viewing it after the fact, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me where you're viewing from. Did you look up Eve J. Chung on Amazon and check out her two marvelous books? Daughters of Shandong, historical fiction. And this should be historical fiction as well, but let's see if it's. I had miscategorized it as children somewhere. Fiction, women fiction, war fiction, fiction novels. Okay, so women's fiction. Anyway, can't wait to create time in my life to sit down and read more by myself. I love reading aloud, and yet, not here, not now, not today. So thank you for stopping by. What are you grateful for today? Where are you viewing from? And let's see, we are out here getting ready to go take care of the critters. It's just beautiful out here. It's been raining all week, and now we've got clouds just up piled up in the sky. We've got that yucca planted itself. It was a volunteer from that beautiful plot over there, and there's a bunch of seed heads on it, so I will help it volunteer to move over there where the road lilies are, that corner, and perhaps to the next corner. And on, we've got one more corner down there with a, what is that? That's a red dogwood, pink dogwood. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Come by again. Blessings. I love you.